Architecture is a noble yet challenging profession. It is not that easy to become an architect. You need to work it hard for yourself in the first place. You need to have a formal education, earn a degree by studying architecture, and pass all the requirements needed. In the animal kingdom, there is no need for a degree to become an architect. They have the attributes and superior ability to create an extraordinary design in the construction of their home. Now, let us discover these animal architects, only here at Nature's Best PH. Subscribe now and get notified. Top 10 Animal Architects and their impressive architectural design. Pufferfish. Let us talk about this animal architect under the sea. Who would have thought that a type of underwater fish could create such a beautiful design? It is a pufferfish. It is also called as a porcupine fish due to the spikes attached to their body as a porcupine. Look at this majestic creation they made in the sand. It is not an animal house actually, and only male pufferfish do it to attract female mate. They made it only by using their fins against the sand. Bowerbird. During the breeding season, this kind of bird, which is called bowerbird, is busy gathering and collecting twigs in the forest. It is going to make a bowing structure from which their name is derived. They decorate the bower structure with flowers and various blue objects. Blue color reflects themselves and females are more attracted by it. Only male bowerbirds are responsible for making this structure. Bowerbirds are interesting birds of all the birds because they have the most unique style of courting behavior. Male bowerbirds collect twigs and put it together on the ground. They arrange it beautifully and add a dancing ritual or sounds to attract mates. Oven bird. The name oven bird sounds weird, for an oven is a tool used for cooking. But if you look at their nest, you will understand why it got that name. It is because their nest looks similar to an oven, which is used for cooking or baking. However, an oven bird nest is not made for this. It is made for breeding to protect their eggs away from their enemies and changing weather. This is not merely just a nest, especially when it is made out of mud using beak and feet. Oven birds are amazing birds with excellent architectural skill in designing and making a nest. Weaver bird. There are many species of weaver birds. They are small birds which are known for their woven nests. These birds are experts in weaving nests from collected leaves, twigs, and other sorts of materials. Nest is important for all birds for breeding season, and like other birds, weaver bird makes it more comfortable for them. To protect the youngs from predators, they place their nest in a secure and safe place. In the upper part of the tree is the best place to put the nest while other species hang them. There, they put in hard work and patience in building the nest, which took several days to finish. Using all the collected materials, they bind them and tie them together to make it strong. As the work had finished, you can see a smooth and amazing house design made with efforts and patience. Bees. Bees are one of those renowned insects that are essential in the pollination of plants. They are the only distinguished animals known as honey makers. They are also considered busy animals because each of them has a role to play throughout their lives. We are thankful enough for the honey, but they are too dangerous. They are considered as deadliest insect because of their sting, which they use as a self-defense. Bees are great at the art of making honeycomb, an architectural masterpiece by an insect. It is a hexagonal structure made up of beeswax and honey. Beeswax comes from the body of worker bees. Honeycomb align in a pattern with a hole where they place their youngs in a storage for honey, their food. Wasp. Wasp is also an insect which is often mistakenly identified as a bee. They have similarities in common, which is their physical appearance and on building their nest. Wasp nests are also like a honeycomb, which is in a hexagonal shape. But this honeycomb-like structure is not for honey storage but only for their youngs. Wasps are carnivores, insects feeding on ants, fruits, and other insects. Some of their species also eat nectar, but they do not convert it into honey. They steal honey from bees, but they are not honey makers like bees. Wasps build their nest mostly on trees. Nests are made from chewed wood, mud, and saliva. They can create a larger nest which is round in shape like a ball. Spider. Spiders are arachnid in the class of arthropod. They have 8 legs, a fang, and a body covered with hairs that are used for sensing prey. Spiders have more than 2 eyes, some of them have 8 eyes in common. This kind of insect is one of those animals with architectural prowess. They can create a unique house made up of silk, a natural and sticky fiber made of protein that secretes from their body. Aside from making webs, the silk that is released from their bodies gives them a lot of purposes. They use it when catching prey, transferring from one place to another, and protecting their eggs. Spiders are great architects by web that is beautifully aligned in a pattern. But the most interesting thing about these animals is no matter how many times their web was destroyed, they still do rebuild it again. It is unusual for a young age living creature to build a house. A house that will provide self-protection is not a problem for this insect. This is the bagworm moth caterpillar. It is called bagworm because it is inside the cocoon like a bag wherever they go. Making this cocoon depends on its size. This means that the small bagworm moth caterpillar creates a cocoon that is only proportional to its body size. As it grows, it will add leaves, twigs, or any available materials that can be put in the cocoon. The male caterpillars develop wings in time, while the females do not. That means, their cocoon is with them throughout their lives. There, they will lay their eggs. Soon, they will leave it behind outside the cocoon when it hatched. This newly hatched caterpillar will make another cocoon on their own. Termites. Termites are one of those pests we encounter in our homes. They target houses made of wood as well as the wood equipment inside it. Although they are small animals, they can be a threat because they eat wood no matter how hard it is. Termites' teeth are exceptionally durable and strong. However, these insects can be considered animal architects because they can build something like a building. Termites also live under the ground. There they make tunnels and they put a layer on it, which is the reason why it arises. Termites multiply quickly, so they need a large house to live in. Silkhenge Spider. I have mentioned spiders earlier, but this one is something more unique than the other spiders. It is called Silkhenge Spider, which has the most beautiful architectural creation than any other spider. The structure was dubbed as picket fence by a photographer who discovered it in the Peruvian Amazon in 2013. It is because it looks like a tiny circular fence in white color. Then, he found at the center of the structure, a tiny spider hatching. However, the reason why the said structure was built like that is still unknown. Well, these are the top 10 animal architects and their impressive architectural design. Thank you for watching.